Okay, welcome back. So here's what I did. You can see everywhere that there's 3 experience points. What I did was I upgraded to the highest level, level 12, because I value having more successes in my deck. Now Gimli, you can see, has 8 experience points and did not upgrade because he already has, he was able to get a 7-pointer that already gave him a success. And so I didn't see any advantage to upgrading to the 12-pointers. So he's just going to save his experience points. So we're going to move on. I know it may seem wasteful, and yeah, I can grab a 3-pointer and I can always cash them back in. But I didn't see value in cluttering up our deck. So I'm going to just keep going. All right, you arrive in the ruined city of Fornost, Arain, a sprawling remnant of a previous age. The small band of orcs you've been following has tripled in size, and the host now haphazardly swarms over the city. They ransack the already bare buildings with growing agitation, searching futilely for an artifact they call the Silent Scepter. You must discover what they want with it. So now we're going to start building a map. So I'm going to put this down, and this map always grows way bigger than I expect. 307. And it's 307A. A. All right, 307A. After a few minutes of observing the patrol's movements, you watch a large orc emerge from his tent, cautiously observing his surroundings. It's not Golgotar, but the other orcs do defer to him, hunching over in his presence to appear smaller. He must be their captain. So we're going to put in Orc Marauder. This is the captain that we have to defeat and capture. Okay, so Orc Marauder is going to go here. And he actually gets a banner. He's an elite. So he gets one of these. So I am finally figuring out that these banners that have the red border or the red background are the elite banners. I know, I'm a slow learner sometimes. The patrol is small, and you believe you have marked each of its members. Okay, so 2 ruffians, also elite, are here. And they're using the goblin head. All right, I gotta find another tile now. Okay, so they're saying this is gonna go like that. And all the heroes are starting right here. So we're very close. This is gonna be nice and cozy. And then every hero is going to scout 3. And the objective is defeat the patrol captain. All right, so let's do our scout 3 first. Starting with Aragorn. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so this is one of the new skills that I took. Master Tactician. At the start of your turn, each hero may discard 1 prepared skill. And then each hero who does gets to scout 3. It's a very good skill. And you know what, for starting off, that might not be a bad one, but actually I think the better one is Lead the Charge. After you attack, you may discard the skill to gain 1 inspiration, and a nearby hero gets to also attack. So I like that one. I'm going to actually equip that one, or prepare it, and then these 2 will just go on top. So I have a guaranteed 2 successes. I should have made it 3, because when he attacks, he gets to do maximum damage with 3 successes, but I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Gimli gets to draw 3. All right, so we drew Fury, which is always good, and this arrogant thing. So if I would have equipped that one skill that lets me get rid of a prepared card, this would have been a perfect one to get rid of. But I'm going to take Fury. No, I'll prepare this piece of crap just to get it out of my deck and put these two on bottom. Fury is good, but as you know, I have yet to be able to use it. So let's move on to Legolas. By the way, it is getting late, so I'm not sure I'll be able to finish this scenario depending on how long it takes. Okay, agility or wisdom. The precise strike is nice, but I would prefer to have the success. And I'm going to take agility because he uses that for his attacks. And then we'll put the wisdom on the bottom. All right, moving on to Bilbo. Quiet is always good. Well nourished is perfect. So he has a rest action he can do. Obviously the other thing doesn't do much, but he does have some skills that if he has other food and stuff prepared, it gives him a bonus, but it does take a bit of setting up to do. And then usual suspects. Success on top, crappy card on bottom. All right, next. This is Elena. Elven Light is okay. Unyielding Spirit or Agility. Her Spirit is already a 4. It's pretty darn good. Her Agility is crap, so we'll go ahead and give her Agility. I don't like any of these. I probably should have taken Elven Light, but I don't like any of them. Okay, so that's everything. So now we start, and we got to make magic happen. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to start with Legolas and have him pummel the captain. So here's his one inspiration that he always starts the game with. And he's going to move 1, and so now he can hit the captain. So we're going to attack the captain twice. All right, so it is the agility check. So here's 1 success, and 2 success, and a complete miss, and another miss. So we have 2 successes, which would be 5 hits. If I'm willing to discard this honed agility, I can make it 7. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because this counts as a success. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we just did 7 hits on this captain. And there is no armor piercing or anything like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apply. Can he attack? No, he cannot. So neener, neener. All right, let's attack again. So here's the first draw. 1, 2. There's a success. Oh gosh, only 1 success. All right, unfortunately, if I would have saved that last card, I would have had 5 hits. Now I'm only going to get 2. And he has armor. Or at least I think he... See, look, we're only going to do 2 hits on him. That blows. 1, 2, and we did no damage to him. And no, he can't attack. So that didn't do us much. All right, so now I'm going to activate Aragorn. And Aragorn is going to move 1, 2, and then attack. Okay? So his attack is only going to be 3. But we know we have 1, 2 successes already. And then this third one is another success. That was just pure luck. All right, so we did 7 hits, I believe. Yep, 7 hits. Okay. So unless this guy plunges back to life like the last one did, we got him. Okay, so we're going to remove him, and I'm going to let him get the inspiration. Objective updated. Interrogate the patrol captain. He collapses to the ground unconscious. You heft his body to his tent and throw him inside. Hopefully you can get some information out of him. So, search tokens going on. All right, first things first. Inspiration for him. And then search token here. This guy is removed. Now, the other thing is, I wanted to play this. After you attack, you may discard this skill to gain an inspiration, and a nearby hero gets to also attack. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So a second inspiration for Aragorn. Actually, and then the one that he got, I'll give that one to Legolas, actually. The one he got for killing the captain. Because Legolas is going to be the one that's going to do an attack, and he's going to attack these two guys from one place away. Okay? So let's see how well he does. Here's the first card. There's a hit. A miss. A miss. And a miss. But he's going to play that inspiration that I gave him to get 2 hits in. So with 2 hits, or 2 successes, I mean, he's going to get to apply 5 hits. And you know what? I forgot that at the end of his turn, he can get rid of this to gain an inspiration. So I'm going to do that. And so then he would have been able to apply that and get a 3rd hit, or a 3rd success. So we're going to do 7 hits. 2, 3, 4, 7. Yep, 7. And no, they don't get to attack back. That's like the best thing in the world, is being able to nail them without them being able to get you back. Okay, so we got a lot of progress there. Now remember, Aragorn still has one more action. No, he doesn't. He moved, he attacked. He's done. Okay, so next we're going to activate is Elena. And Elena is going to give 1 inspiration to Bilbo. And she's going to move up 1, 2, and let's get this search thing out of the way. So she has to test her might 2. Her might is only 2. So we got this. This is a new one. This is one of the big skills. You and nearby heroes ignore darkness and add smite to each of your attacks. At the end of the shadow phase, discard this skill and gain 1 inspiration. But anyways, this is just a success and then another success. So that was very well done, in fact. So we're going to pass. You draw a weapon in response and demand information. He cringes slightly, begins to speak. Golgotar seeks a silent scepter for his master Adoran. He snarls. The finder gets double rations for a week. When you ask what it looks like, he laughs. Nobody knows. Everybody's snatching up anything that looks a bit scepter-like. Golgotar says that deep underground beneath the city there's a lake like a mirror whose waters know the scepter. Beyond that, he claims to know nothing more. So we're going to gain 2 inspiration. So before I forget, let's grab those 2 inspiration. And I apologize. I think that whole thing was blurry for you guys. Now that you know what you seek, you lift your gaze to the sprawling ruin before you. Somewhere within the city, the silent scepter lies, and somewhere beneath the city, a lake will reveal its purpose. You must find the silent scepter before his forces. All right, so more crap is coming out. Okay, 308B. Yep, it's going to look like that. And then 203B. All right, so I'm going to move these because things are going to be coming this way. 203B. All right, and it's going to look no, not like that. like that. All right, and then 2 exploration tokens come out. Okay, locate the scepter. All right, so I can do even more actions. The captain sits bound in his own tent. So we can kill him, we can interrogate him more roughly, or release him. I don't think releasing him is a good idea. He's an orc. I don't know if I necessarily want... Do I really want to kill him? Interrogate him more roughly. See if he knows more. Well, Elena's turn is over, so I guess we can just think about what happens next. So it's Bilbo or Gimli, and I think Gimli's going to be doing attacking. So let's do that. Gimli will move in and attack this thing. Actually, we'll do Bilbo first. Bilbo will come here, and Bilbo will interrogate him more roughly. Okay, so we loom over the orc, debating his fate. Orcs are not known for their honesty. If he knows more, you must find out. Your eyes meet, and his face hardens into a scowl. Test wisdom. That might not be a bad thing for Bilbo. Oh, it's awful for Bilbo. It's only a 2. Okay, so we know we have 1 success because of this. And then his next one is, well done, success. So we got 2. And that's the best he can do, is 2. You emerge from a tent a few moments later. You clean your hands in a shallow pool of water. The orc gave up no further information. The muddy water burns against your broken knuckles. The orc is dead, though that was not your intent. You gaze at your clouded reflection in a brown and red pool at your feet. Gain 1 weakness. Place it on top of your deck. Then suffer 1 fear. Then discard the search token. Oh, come on. Okay, so we're going to gain a weakness. It's going on top of his deck. And then we have to gain a fear. It basically just says flip a fear face up, then discard this card face down. So he has a face down fear. All right. Well, that didn't do us any good. And it was probably because he only had 2 successes. Okay, now we're going to do the Gimli battle. So Gimli wants to punch this guy. He has 4. There's 1, 2, miss, and miss. I think 2 is enough. We can check. He can always spend, no, he doesn't have an inspiration. So 2 is 6 hits with his axe. More than enough. Okay, and then he'll take it for himself. So he gets an inspiration. All right, that is all of my actions. Everybody is done. We have 2 unexplored tiles, which I don't know. I'm learning more and more that leaving things unexplored is probably for the better. Take the 2 extra threat, because it rarely ever helps you. So we're going to end our action phase. Threat goes up by 12. See, we're already in a rally phase, so nothing bad happens. Everybody gets Scout 2. Everybody is next to Legolas. Or, I'm sorry, Aragorn. So we're going to get Scout 3. Okay, so obviously it's... I can understand why when I watch the Rolling Solo videos, he always edited this part out. Because it is awful having to shuffle 5... Well, he didn't even do 5 players, so I'm doing solitaire 5-player game. That's probably the hardest part about this, is I'm doing a lot of deck shuffling. Good thing these things are sleeved. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. This one's for Aragorn. All right, so we got lead the charge, time of need, and lead the charge. So I'm going to take the time of need, prepare that, and put these two on top. Now we move to Gimli. Whoops, I just really bent one of the cards. That's not good. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Restless Axe, Ready Defense, or Unyielding Spirit. So he will equip the Spirit and put these two on top. Legolas. He almost went completely through his deck last time. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm really hoping to do here is I want to unlock some better gear. Okay, so this resourceful is awesome. So we're going to re-equip that, and that gives him an inspiration right now. And then these other two will go to the bottom. And now Bilbo has one extra weakness shuffled into his deck now. It's just one thing I got to remember to remove at the end of the scenario, because I typically don't, like the rules say you're supposed to change the weakness, and I never do that. Who cares what the weakness is? I'm not that into the thematics. So I do have to remember to remove one of the weaknesses though, because you're supposed to reset. Okay, so here's the 3. None of them are helpful, but I'll take the Clever Wit, because that helps him with his attacks. Gives him better attacks, and then put the others on the bottom. And then we go to Elena. Okay, she had Endless Melody, and I think she's going to equip this song. At the end of the shadow phase, discard this skill and gain 1 inspiration. Actually, that's not that great. She'll take the traveling song. I mean, it's good when you're going into caves, but we're not going into caves yet. So, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. One, two, 3. All right, so we got another good song. This is the healing song, The Lay of Twilight. Clever Wit or Time of Need. I'm going to take the Clever Wit because that helps her with her attacks. And then Success on top. And we're finally done. Okay, so we get to go. And Elena's going to go first. Everybody actually has inspiration right now, so she's not going to be able to give somebody inspiration. But she's going to go first, and she's going to move. So she's going to move here first and play her traveling song. And so she gets an inspiration, and so do 2 other heroes. So I'm going to give her 1. And I'm going to give Legolas 1 and Bilbo 1. All right, and then she's going to move here, and obviously we're going to explore. So she gains that inspiration as well, and then a search token's going to go there, and a search token's going to go there. According, you notice movement. The foes have also identified the forge are moving towards it. So an Orc Marauder goes there. All right, I gotta stop and do some things. I'm running at the saturation point of my memory here. So let's give her her token first. And then an Orc Marauder is gonna be here. And a search token here, and then 1 there. The Orc Marauder does not have a special token, but this next one is a Ruffian, and he does. he's going to have the alien head. I think it's a goblin head, like that. Oh, and then there's a warg in the space with Elena. That's not good. Oh, and then one more search token. So search tokens everywhere here. Oh my gosh, more stuff. So that's popping in like that. So we have, it's sort of splitting in two different directions. Oh my gosh. You would think that after playing this many missions, I wouldn't be surprised anymore, but I always am. Okay, this is going way up here. Even more. All this is happening just from exploring one space. Can you imagine if I did this last turn? All right, so three unexplored regions. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, she has one turn left, and we're going to attack that warg. So let's get her done. So she draws 3. We know we have 1 success because that was on top of her deck. 2, and then there's 2 successes. And we can spend an inspiration to make it 3, and then this inspiration will actually go to Gimli because that's her ability. She gets to give it to somebody else when she spends it. So we're going to get 3 successes for her dagger. And that's going to give her a pierce plus 5 hits, okay, on the warg. So let's see how that turns out. All right, so the pierce was well done. The 5 hits wasn't enough, though. And yes, it will attack back. Agility negates 1 and 1. All right, so let's see. Her agility is only 2. So here's her 2. So she canceled 1. And we actually have honed agility prepared, so that'll cancel the other. So no damage to Elena. Well done, Elena. And her turn is now over. Okay, so looking at the situation, we have all kinds of exploration to do. We have, I mean, it's a mess, absolute mess. Obviously, we can go up and attack the warg. And Aragorn will do exactly that. So he's going to go next and go 1, 2, and try to finish off this warg. So Aragorn's only going to draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. There's 3 hits right there. And so he's going to be doing 7 hits on the warg, which is going to be more than enough to finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so he'll take the inspiration for himself. And warg is done. Okay, Aragorn's turn is now over. So, moving on. Legolas is going to go 1, 2 into this space, and he's going to attack this elite guy. So Legolas, we're going to draw 4. So there's one hit. Miss, miss, and miss. Okay, that's not good. But he does have 2 tokens, and I think he's going to spend both, so this will turn it into 7 hits. So he will do that from 1 space away. So he's going to do 7 hits on this Marauder, who does have 2 armor. But 7 hits does bring it down quite a bit. And no, the enemy cannot attack. So he's done. And so is Legolas. So now Gimli can choose to go after him or him. And I think Gimli's going to go finish him off. So we're going to move Gimli up to there. And let's try to finish this guy off. Gimli gets to draw 4, of course. His first 2 were already prepared. And then there's a miss and a miss. I'm going to just look at the damage. Gimli needs to do 5 damage unless he can sunder. So with 2 successes, he's going to get 6 hits. So he doesn't need any more. So he'll just take the 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Marauder's dead. And somebody can get an inspiration. I need to figure out who. Gimli already has 2. I don't know if I want to take a 3rd one with him. So he's dead. I may have made a mistake, but that's okay. It's all going to work out. I think this was the Ruffian and the other guy was the Marauder. But the amount of damage we did is per the app, so that part's not an issue. It's just that I think this one was supposed to be the Ruffian, because I'm looking at the pictures now. And anyways, the guy that's left does not have the banner. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make. I just put the wrong mini in the wrong spot. Okay, so Gimli is done. Oh, and I still have to decide who gets the inspiration. It's anybody but Bilbo right now. I'm going to give it to Legolas because he has 0. Although Elena will give one to him next round. So I'm going to give it to Aragorn. So he's at 3 now. Elena's she can go up to 5, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so Bilbo's going to go. And Bilbo could, I mean, he really can't do much. He can move to where everybody else is and just explore. But what he's going to do is he's going to go 1, 2, and explore this one. So I was meaning to say he could do this search token. We're going to explore with Bilbo. So he's going to gain the inspiration. And of course the threat token goes over there. And the search token is where he is. A guard post was set up in this area of the city. So 2 orc hunters are going to go there. Okay. I just moved the map a little. Okay, threat token here. Search token there. 2 orc hunters with the goblin banner there. And Bilbo does get this. I think exploration is considered an interact. I have to check. Is exploration considered an interact? Because he's... I'm going to say no. Okay, so now he's going to try to interact with that search token that he's at. He can't attack, so he might as well just interact. So he does get to look at the top card, and it's a success, so that's not going to do him anything. But it'll be a success for whatever test he has to do for the search token. So let's try it. Bear trees. It appears the orcs have not searched here. So we're going to test wisdom. We know we got 1 success there. His wisdom is only 2. So we actually got 2 successes. So well done there. 1, 2. The scepter was a sign of kings, and honor before it, and from the lavish burial you can only conclude the skeleton was the foremost errant kings. Knowing that the dead of this region have a tendency to rise if provoked, you kneel before this dead king, say, "Your scepter, Highness," in appropriately reverent tones. Then carefully lift the scepter away and back out of the crypt. We already found the scepter. So we get a lore of 1, a decreased threat by 4, and I put the token on him. Holding the scepter in your hand, you realize you have no way of knowing if this is the artifact you seek. For while it is well made, it does not seem magical or otherwise important. You recall that what you've learned, the waters of the lake know the scepter. So we must keep an eye out for other possible scepters while discovering the location of the lake. Okay, fine. I won't get that excited yet. All right, so the search token is going to go on to Bilbo. Bilbo's turn is over, and all of our turns are over. So we're going to have to deal with the bad guys now. So I'm going to hit end turn. Okay, we had 8 threat, by the way. So this guy here wants to attack Bilbo. He wants to move 2 and attack Bilbo, and he can do it because he's going to move through us and get to Bilbo, unfortunately. So we're going to say attack. And might negates. He's going to do 2 damage otherwise. So here's the first one. Oh, we got a success again. And then this one we would have to spend a token on. And I'm just looking real quick. Yeah, we can negate that. So we're going to do it's going to do no damage to us. So Bilbo's fine. All right, so then these archers want to attack Legolas, and they get to move 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little crafty here because I get to decide how they move. I'm going to not move them into Bilbo's space. I'm going to move them this way and have them attack Legolas like that. All right, so Wisdom negates. It's going to do 3 damage and 1 fear. And if he suffers any damage from this attack, he has to discard Determined. If he cannot, he gains a weakness. Okay, so let's do the wisdom check first for Legolas. He has 3 wisdom. Oh, there's 1 success. There's a great card, but not a great time to draw it. So he has 2 successes. So 4 damage is being done to him. So he will take some stuff, but Gimli's going to do this guard. So we're going to guard all damage, and Legolas will take nothing. Okay, so Gimli, by the way, would have been able to put a success back on top of his deck. I forgot to do that. I don't think we're going to need it, per se, but just so you know, there is a success on top of Gimli's deck if he needs it before this round's over. Okay, threat goes up by 14. And we're at 22 out of 25 threat. All right, everybody's going to get to scout, and we get to go with actions again. Okay, I am getting quite tired. I do want to finish, but I think we're going to have to stop here. Everybody's going to do their scouting, so let me wrap that up, and then I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. So I have a very strong feeling that we're going to unlock some item upgrades, you know, like our cloaks and stuff. And I can't tell you enough how much giddy I am. That's the stuff I like the most about games. So everybody's going to get to do 3. Everybody's next to Aragorn here. So here's Aragorn's lineup. And this Master Tactician, at the start of your turn, each hero may discard 1 prepared skill. Each hero who does gets a Scout 3. I'm looking around, and that's actually quite awesome. I'm going to equip that one. So I'm actually going to finally use a captain ability, and then we'll put this success on top and the other one underneath. Okay, we're moving to Gimli, and bear in mind we can now, well, Gimli's got like a weakness prepared, so guess what he's going to discard. And then a Scout 3 just simply means they're going to draw 3 and get to prepare another card. And then, of course, put stuff on top or bottom, which is always good. So, 1, 2, 3 for Gimli. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ready defense, ready defense, ready defense. They're all amazing. The guard is a really good ability. But you know what? I'm going to put them... Oh, actually, if I put them all on top, then he's just going to draw these 3 cards if Aragorn uses his ability. So, I guess I will I'll prepare one of these and put these 2 on top. How about that? All right, Legolas. Okay, precise strike, honed agility, or time of need. I will take the honed agility and then just do usual suspects with the rest. Now we're moving on to Bilbo, who does have people in his space. One, two, three. Okay, look at this nonsense. Bilbo drew 2 weaknesses and a time of need. So we're going to equip the weakness, or prepare it, and then put the other stuff on the bottom. And yes, Bilbo will definitely benefit from Aragorn's ability there. And Madame Elena, our traveling bard, elven bard. I want to make an 18xx D&D game where the shares you own is like a mana company or a health potion company, and you have to deliver using wagons and carts instead of trains, and and you need to get wood from the forest and stone from the mountains, and there's resources you need to gather to make your stuff. So it's almost like a pickup and delivery 18xx D&D all mixed in one. And there's this video game called Majesty. So Majesty has you're like a king, and these heroes go off and kill things, right, in your land. You don't actually get to control the heroes. You just sort of like incentivize them. You do things to make them happy, and then they go off and kill the stuff for you. Well, that's sort of like how this would be. So like there's maybe a wizard and rogue and knight party who wants to go into this cave and kill all the rats in the basement of the inn or whatever. So they'll do it if you can deliver a health potion. So anyways, that's my warped mind. So take note of the date I uploaded this video. I'm collecting all copyrights for the idea. If any of you punks listen to this and go off and make it for yourself, there you have it. Okay, so this Crescendo of Dawn is really nice. The thing is it's mostly nice when you're in darkness and smite. I thought maybe we'd end up going into caves. So I still think it's good, but I'm going to take the honed agility instead and then do usual suspects. All right, I know I said I'm going to bed, but we're going to go ahead and keep going. So I'm going to activate Aragorn first. All right, and then we're going to play this at the start of your turn. Each hero may discard a prepared skill. Each hero who does scouts 3. And you know what? I don't have to discard this card. This is permanent. Every single turn we get to do this. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to go ahead and discard, Well Provision. Well, yeah, I'm going to discard Well Provision, and then we're going to prepare 3, or scout 3. So here's 1, 2, 3. So I got another one of these, and I'll go ahead and just take the Unyielding Spirit and put 2 successes on top. So moving to Gimli, I'm going to get rid of that. And he already has 2 on top. And then this is the 3rd, and he'll go ahead and equip the Kinship. So then we're going to move on to Legolas. And so you can see I have this. He's going to get rid of the Honed Agility. And he'll actually equip this, or prepare it. I keep saying equip, but you know what I mean. And then we go to Bilbo, and he'll discard this. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm having one-handed deck management issues. Okay, he got 2 successes, and then he'll take this Road Goes Ever On. Bilbo actually has 4 prepared cards. Elena will get rid of her Honed Agility. She had this. So she's going to grab 2 more. And she will go ahead and equip Immortality. And then do Usual Suspects. All right, I thought that was excellent. So it just means Aragorn goes first a lot. So Aragorn's on a search token. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and search. So this token, it's a bird. Seems a little weird. So we're going to have to test Spirit 2. Why? I have no idea, but his spirit is only 2, and the top 2 cards are already a pass, so we got that. The bird flutters your shoulder and speaks to you. I bring a warning, the bird chirps. Servants of the enemy are everywhere. Become hidden, and then discard the search token. Okay, well that's cool. So Aragorn is now hidden. And the search token's gone. Okay, so now the million-dollar question, do I want him to go this way? So he's not going to be able to give his scout ability to everybody at the end of the turn, but it doesn't matter. He's got that Master Tactician, so those people the heroes don't need to be near him. It just says every hero gets to do it, period. It doesn't matter where they are on the map relative to him. So he's going to do a move action and go 1, 2. We're going to go deep with him. Get this last one explored. So he'll gain the inspiration. Search token there. That's an ancient power feeding twisted roots. Oh, and more stuff. Crap. Okay, so he gets this token. And he, by the way, is at his maximum. And then a search token is going to go here, and we're getting 306. 306B. Like that. Okay, so the cave, this is where Elena's ability that we could have equipped or prepared would have been helpful, because you can see I'm now trained to know that that's what these little symbols mean. And also Bilbo has the torch. So I don't know how eager we are to go in there, but 206B. So we got more stuff coming out, and it's going over top of Elena's skills here. Like that. Oh my gosh, come on. All right, I gotta move the entire map. Oh. Can't find the tile. Here we go. To move everything just a little bit more still. I didn't do enough. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So that was a big deal. Explore one area and look at all this that happens. Now 3 more tokens come out. So I thought I was going to eliminate 1 and I add 3. This is way too much. Even in a 2-player game, I mean, it's just way too much. You only get to move 2 spaces, folks. And then they're going to like spawn 30 guys if you go into these caves. All right, well, there are caves here. It doesn't look like this is a lake though, but it is what it is. So Aragorn is now really far away from everything. And his turn is over. So now I'm going to do Legolas. No, I'm going to do Elena because she can give Legolas a inspiration because he has 0. So her harp is going to give him an inspiration. And now I got to decide what Elena's going to do. So Gimli's already sort of along with Aragorn there. So I think those 2 are going to just stick together. And then the other 3 will do the other stuff. So Elena's going to go 1 into that explored area. So let's see what happens. Wind brushes over the grass, making the wood of an old gibbet creak ominously. She gets the inspiration. Search token goes there. And more crap's coming. Okay. Getting the inspiration. Search token goes here. And now I gotta find even more. That's how it looks. Oh my gosh, more. Okay, something didn't look right, and now I fixed it. Okay, so just to give you an idea, that's what spawns. And I don't know if we're done yet. Of course we're not done. 208 is coming out. So it's saying that this is fitting like this. So that's possible. I did have to move the map a lot. There we go, it does fit. I just had to reconnoiter. There's a word for their writers to use, reconnoiter. And 3 more unexplored tokens. Do you know how much threat I'm gonna get if I end my turn right now? This is ridiculous. Okay, so she gets to move 1 more space per her movement, and so we're gonna move here and interact with that search token. So she's going to test her wisdom. The grass is growing tall, and they want to know why. Don't ever ask why, just do it. 1, 2. She only needed 1 to pass, so she got her pass. Everything else is just a discard, and we pass. So it says, you take a deep breath and plunge into the grass. It's oddly dark inside, but you're able to find your way to the small carved stone statue you saw earlier. You pick it up. Now we have to find our way out. So now it's the agility, which is only a 2. So there's a pass. 2 passes. Oh my gosh, we only needed 1. So we passed that as well. Our lore goes up by 1. She gains an inspiration. I have to actually count because she has a limit of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, she has 5. And the search token is gone. Okay, our threat is going to be awful. Now Legolas is going to go, and he's going to attack the 2 archers there from 1 space away. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. We already know we got 2 successes, and then 3, and then 4. And he will spend this to get the 3rd. I'm pretty sure he will. We're gonna check and find out in a second here. Yeah, because look, there's a ton of hit points on these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only kills 1 of them. So he's gonna apply that. And 1 orc hunter is gone, but yes, they can attack back because they have range. All right, so we take the 4 cards, toss them, and we kill one of these hunters, which are actually quite powerful. And now they're going to do 3 damage to Legolas. So he has to, again, he gets to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and he blocks 1. He doesn't get to do anything else. He just blocks 1. So he's going to take 2 damage. However, Gimli's next to him, and Gimli has guard 2. So I know that was blurry, but it said guard 2, trust me. So we're going to block all the damage. All right, and now Legolas is going to try again. So here we go. 1 hit. 2 successes, that's really good. But he needs a 3rd success if he wants to kill this, and he failed. Look at that. He failed. So the dwarf is Gimli is going to play aid. It's going to let him draw 2 additional cards. And so here's the first card, which is not a success, but he went through his entire deck. So now he's going to shuffle, and there's not a lot of cards in this deck. I wonder what, I guess because half of them are sitting in this test. So we're shuffling, and we get to draw one more, and boom, there it is. So we get to kill the other orc hunter. Boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're going to definitely give that to Legolas. And all of that just to get rid of those orc hunters. But those orc hunters were pretty nasty. Okay, so that means Bilbo has to take care of that dude that's on his base himself. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Bilbo will attack. There's the first success and the second success, and then he gets to draw 2 more, and there's a third success right there. So he easily got 3 successes, and that's going to be a pierce with 5 hits. And it doesn't even need pierce, but I'll put it in anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Bilbo killed his guy. And I think he's going to take the inspiration. Let me check. No, I'm going to give the inspiration to Legolas, since he's next to Legolas. So the unfortunate part is Bilbo has a skill. This lets him do a move 1. So we're going to do that. And he's going to move 1 to here and take care of that threat. And sorry for the blurriness, folks. So hopefully this is better. So he has to test Spirit 2. Okay, Bilbo's Spirit is 3, which there's 1, 2, and 3. And look at that, he got 2 right there. Well done, Bilbo. Okay, so he passes. The whispers on the breeze speak only vile temptations. You still your mind against their influence, and eventually they dissipate as if they never were. Gain an inspiration and discard the threat token, and nothing actually happens. Dang it. But the inspiration is helpful. And his turn, unfortunately, is over. So now we're on Gimli. Gimli's actually on a search token, so let's try that. So Gimli's on this search token right here. He has to test his strength, which is his best ability. And we already have 2 successes right there. Here's 3, and here's 4. He'll spend the 1 inspiration to make it 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. You quickly delve into the soil, unearthing several ancient metal tools and an ornate helmet. You clean the objects, realize they were once belonged to a fierce warrior maiden of legend. Become emboldened, then discard the search token. All right, hold on. There's a couple of things going on here. So, emboldened. At the end of the turn, if there's no enemies nearby, he's going to lose it. I'm not even going to give it to him because he's not near any enemies. Okay, and then he gets an item called the Dwarf Forged Helmet, which is pretty awesome. So let me see if I can find that. I'm looking. Okay, so here's what's interesting. Look, there's a helmet. But look right here where my finger's tapping. That's a level 1. See that? The Dwarf Forged Helmet is level 2. That's sweet. We're going to start with a level 2. So here's what it does. If you would suffer any amount of damage, you may deplete this item to suffer that face down instead, which is pretty good. So deplete, I think, is, yeah. See, it's got 4 charges on it. So awesome. So he gets to use this thing 4 times. Now, granted, it's face down damage instead, but first of all, Gimli is the perfect person for this item. Second, the fact that it's face down means that he doesn't have to deal with, you know, something bad happening to him. I think we can all appreciate that. Sometimes, though, they discard the cards. Like if you read them, it says discard this card. So it could work against him, but this is Gimli we're talking about. He is the one that can take damage. And he can always give that helmet to somebody else, like maybe Elena, right? So we can prevent her from taking damage. Or Bilbo, who only can take 3 damage before he dies. That is awesome. So he's going to go ahead and equip that for now. Now, he does have one more action, and unfortunately, it's either a move or something. So I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I'll do a full move to here. And then this one, I'm going to click on it to see what it says. It's an old forge. Oh, see? The enemy was really trying to get to that forge. We really need to do that forge. Legolas, before he ended his turn, will spend that inspiration to do a free move to there. Okay. That brings us to the end. We're all over the bloody place. And I'm not sure what to do. Okay, so I'm going to hit end turn. It is the shadow phase. Our threat is going up by 17. We just blew right past the 25. Bilbo stumbles upon a mass grave. Oh, here, let me let you look at it. Filled by foreknows foes from hundreds of years ago, sorrow presses on your soul. You overcome the realization that the struggles of today are echoes of the struggles of the past. Bilbo and each nearby hero suffers one fear that cannot be prevented. Bilbo's all by himself, so that's just going to be Bilbo taking that fear. And it just says flip it face down. Okay, so Bilbo now has 2 fear on him. And that's it. So that wasn't too bad. All right, so the next one is at 36. So it jumped from 25 to 36, and we blew past both of them. So now another thing's triggering. Elena steps around the crumbling corner of an old stone hall, and at your feet a crouching goblin nearly trips you. It hisses, it breaks away, da-da-da. So she's got a text dexterity 3. If Elena has a ranged weapon, she gets to add a success. I didn't think Elena could have ranged weapons, but she does not have a ranged weapon. She just has a dagger and a harp. So dexterity, she only has, or agility, I mean, she only has 2. So here's 1, and there's 2. So that's 1 success. She needed 3. Actually, she can do it. She's going to spend 2 of her tokens right there and get 3 and pass. That's actually quite well done. So she's going to pass. Its house is cut short by your blow. It slumps down, quiet at last. Rally phase. Scout 2. Gimli and Legolas are both going to get 3 because they're next to Aragorn. My original plan didn't actually happen. So I know I said I was tired, and I am. I'm very tired. Sort of want to finish this. It's midnight. On a work night, no less. I do have to work tomorrow. I'm even got to talk to my VP, so it's not necessarily an easy day tomorrow. Okay, 3. This is a no-brainer. I'm taking the Undying Might, and then usual suspects. So So now we move to Gimli. And remember, Aragorn has to go first because he's got that ability now that just triggers every turn. So everybody can discard a prepared card and then scout 3 more. That's pretty awesome, by the way. I'm very much liking this captain skill. It just took a long time to get there. So for example, I can equip this and then just discard it. Although that one is an awesome one. I'm going to equip the guard 3. That's an awesome one. And then we'll just put this at the bottom and do usual suspects. Okay, next is Legolas. He does have a weakness equipped, so he's already ready for the skill. Gimli has Unyielding Spirit that he can discard in order to do another scout, so he's ready. Legolas gets to draw 3, and he'll go ahead and equip this Ancient Wisdom. And actually, though, look at this. This On the Hunt is his big skill. Once per turn before you or a nearby hero attacks, that hero gains an inspiration. Yeah, I'm just gonna. There's no minimies on the board. There's no minimies on the board right now. Okay, we're at Bilbo, who's only gonna get to draw 2. One, 2. Okay, so this road that goes over on is nice because he gets a free move. The Simple Desires, though, is meant to be prepared. At the start of your turn, you may discard this skill to scout 2, then gain 1 inspiration for each aid, food, or song card. He's got just 1 food, and that's it. The Simple Desires is nice, but I actually think I'm going to like the extra movement. If you can see where he's located, he's way over there, and he needs to get like on the other end of the map. So being able to move an extra space is going to be valuable. And we get to Elena. So here's the other thing. That tile that's way up there to the north, do I even bother exploring it? Also, there is one more fog still on the map, and the fog is actually right here in the middle. So I'm guessing that that's where the lake is. So we got to go into these caves to get to these lakes. And anything that doesn't look like outdoors is all darkness. So drawing 2. Tough choice. I'll take the Spirit. I'm probably going to end up discarding it for Aragorn's ability anyways. Okay, so I'm tired. I'm at an hour 13. Oh, let's keep going. We're going to push it. So Aragorn's going to go first, and his ability is going to trigger. So starting with Aragorn, I'm going to get rid of this Unyielding Spirit. And then we're going to draw 3 cards and get to do a scout again. And so Wanderer, after you explore a tile, you or a nearby hero may scout 1. I am going to take that one because I will use it this round or this turn. And we'll put Strider back on top. Okay, so now we go to Gimli. Gimli will get rid of Unyielding Spirit. And he has 1 already on top. And he's going to go ahead and equip Poet's Heart. Before you interact with a person, gain an inspiration. But it does have a rest 2, which is good. And the other 2 will go right on top. Okay, Legolas will go ahead and just discard that. And he already has 2 good cards at the top. He's going to draw 1 more and just take that one and leave those 2 on top. Bilbo will get rid of his... He's going to get rid of Self-Sufficient. Actually, no. That lets him hide. He'll get rid of Clever Wit. And he gets to draw 3. So, ooh. Okay, so he's going to equip this. Yeah, he'll equip the weakness just to get it out of his deck and put the others on the bottom. Okay, now we're moving to Elena. She's going to get rid of the Unyielding Spirit. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's got a tough choice too. And she'll go ahead and equip her weakness and do Usual Suspects. Okay. Now Aragorn has to actually go. So I'm going to go ahead and go right into here. We're going to start with a move. And we have this wonder that after you explore a tile, you or a nearby hero can scout 1. So there is no nearby hero, so it'll be him. The problem is yeah, let's get this thing explored first. So gentle luminescence suffuses the cave emanating from the clumps of lichen on the walls. So he gets the X inspiration, which he can't take because he's maxed out, unfortunately. And then a threat token goes there. And a search token this is a bunch of like looted, there's a bunch of trash that hasn't been looted yet. Okay, and then a ruffian's gonna show up there. And an orc hunter shows up there. And 3 goblin scouts are here. So the game basically told me that they're defending the treasure, even though it stinks so bad they don't want to explore it. All right, this scenario is going to last a long time. All right, so another goblin scout is here. So this direction was just a crappy direction. And another search token is here. Okay, well, Aragorn's, he does have 1 more movement point, but he's sort of stuck because he's got a ruffian. So he's going to go ahead and attack that ruffian. I do get to scout 1, which means I can put the Strider in, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to attack the ruffian and just use that as a success. So 1, 2, there's another success. And then 3, I got 2 successes. And there's nothing, well, I'm going to do this to make it 3 if I have to. So let's just check. We're going to go up against the ruffian, who's usually pretty weak. And with 2 successes, I just need to check my eyesight's bad. It's 5 hits. So I don't need to do the might thing. So Aragorn took out the ruffian, and he's going to gain an inspiration, which he can't because he's maxed out. Which is rare, totally rare that happens, but it is what it is. And he can move 1 more space. So I think I want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and move to there. I could move here and explore even more, but I just feel like it's going to unlock even more guys. So I'm going to go ahead and move to here with these 3 guys. All right, so next step, I'm going to activate Legolas there, and we're going to get that forge searched. So we have to test his wits, which is 3, and he already has 2 successes there. And one more card is Time of Need. Yeah, he's not going to spend anything. So we got 2 successes. It says you rummage around in what remains of the smith's work once when Fornos was still a living city. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's brittle. Step outside for relief from the stale air. You suspect something more could be found within. So that means we got to interact a second time. So he has to test wit again. Well, there goes our ability to kill some monsters. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. He'll spend his 1 token to get at least 1 success on this thing. And it failed again. So it just says you need to keep going. So that was awful. Not going to lie about that. Gimli's going to go, and we're going to search this one. He has to test wisdom, which is not his strength. It's a wisdom 2, but he had 2 cards prepped. So he passes with flying colors. So he found a script. So he's going to gain an inspiration. And that's it. So that was a waste of an action. And then he will go ahead and go 1, 2, like so. And yeah, we're in a pickle a little bit, but not much I can do about that. All right, so Bilbo is going to go, and he's going to basically move. 1. Are these like separate rooms? No. 2. See this little white line? That's what separates it. Okay, so he's going to go into the darkness. All right, so he gains the inspiration, of course. Okay, a search token's coming. And another search token's coming. All right. There's water where Bilbo's standing. Okay, so now we go to Elena. Do we explore the woods to the north, or do we go in? I feel like with the way we're running out of time, I don't want to explore those woods to the north. I really don't. It's so tempting. I'm going to leave it be. Elena's going to move in to here, and then we're going to search that. So let's do that. Collection of stones inscribed with sigils neatly stacked into a pile. She has to test wisdom, and if she's a dwarf, all fate gets converted to success. Well, that's not going to happen. She's not a dwarf, but her wisdom is 3, so there's 1 success, 2, and she was at maximum. Oh, this is 1. She'll spend 2 of her inspiration, and she can give 1 of them to Bilbo, so she will do that. And Bilbo has 1, 2, 3. He has 5 out of 6. All right, so she got 3 successes there. Our lore went up by 1. And the search token's gone. So basically the sigil was just some form of power. So it gave us lore. That was it. Okay, so we're at the end of our turn. I'm hitting end turn. Shadow phase starting. Okay, so this wants to attack Gimli. And he's going to. He doesn't even have to move. So he's going to do 2 fear on Gimli. He's going to lose an inspiration, and spirit negates. All right, so Gimli only, well, he's got 4 spirit. So 1, 2, 6, there's a success. All right, he's going to spend a inspiration to block that. And then he has to lose an inspiration because the attack makes him lose one no matter what. Okay, so he's out of inspiration, but he didn't take any damage. Okay. So now these guys, all through, no. These 3 guys, yes. They're going to attack Legolas. Or they're going to move 2 and attack Legolas. If they can't, then they're going to attack Aragorn. Okay, so they're going to attack Aragorn. He has to do a spirit check, and it's 2 damage and 1 fear. If we're in darkness, 2 fear gets flipped face up. Okay, so spirit for Aragorn is only 2. Here's 1 success, and there's 2. Okay, so that would block 2 of the 3 damage. And there's nothing I can do about the rest. I could get rid of his hidden. See, he's hidden. If you're attacked before you test, oh, it's before you test. Dang it, I already tested. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just take a damage. He's going to block the fear. Exhaustion. When you scout during rally phase, you cannot put cards top of your deck. Ooh, that's awful. That's very awful. All right, and then last but not least, this guy wants to attack Gimli. So it's going to move into Gimli's space, attack him. And this is an easy one. Gimli just needs 1 success to block all the... I just said it was easy, and look, I'm being made to look like a fool. Oh, there it is, right there. Holy cow, that was almost a fail. All right, so he's got his 1 success, and all damage is blocked. All right, every hero in darkness suffers 2 fear, spirit negates. Bilbo will use his 1 torch, and that protects him, and only him. So we're going to start with Elena. Her spirit is 4. There's 1. 1 success. So she's going to get 1 fear. Oh, by the way, at the end of Bilbo's turn, he was going to do this, which is a rest 2. And that got rid of 2 of his fear. Okay, so 1 fear for Elena is just flip face down, so she will do that. All right, Bilbo's immune, so now we go to Aragorn. His spirit is 2. There's 1, 2. He'll go ahead and use this to convert 1, so he's going to gain 1 fear. And it's just flip face down. And then we go to Gimli. His spirit is 4. There's 1 block. And then we have to shuffle his deck. And there we go. There's 2. So no damage for Gimli. Or no fear for Gimli. Okay. Threat is increasing by 16. And look at that, we're really close. We're gonna pop past this 58 in the next round. Everybody gets to scout 2, and then it's the action phase. Okay, I do have to quit now. Okay, so here's what's going on. I'm realizing a couple of things. First of all, because I'm tired, I'm getting lazy and not showing you all the screens, and I'm trying to rush. And I don't think that's helpful to you. that is one of the problems with doing video, right, is you slow down, right? If you're playing by yourself, you can fly through it a little bit more. I think we're actually okay. I don't think we're doing great. I don't think we're losing yet. We're okay. The fact that we're in the darkness just blows. But, okay, so here's the deal. Bilbo, where he's at, his search token, it does say, could this be the water you're looking for? Because there's some kind of like rust or something. I highly doubt that that's the water we're looking for, but I'm still going to search that. We know that the fog shows there's one more tile here, and I'm hoping that when Bilbo searches that, it's going to reveal this tile. And then Elena and Bilbo can move into that area. Otherwise, they're going to just keep exploring. Aragorn and Gimli are going to have their hands full just battling next round. And then Legolas, we know he needs to get his wit up, so he's going to try to prepare for that. And he's still stuck at this forge trying to find an item. I sure hope it's worth it, because he spent a whole turn doing that. So that's where we're at. As far as damage goes, everybody's in great shape. Legolas, or Aragorn's damage that hurts his scouting ability is really bad. I can't express enough, because he's going to no longer put cards on top of his deck. So that's very, very bad. But we'll see how that plays out for him. And yeah, I'm going to just call it for the night and get these uploaded. And thanks for watching. Stay awesome. It'll be at least... I mean, I think I'm going to have time tomorrow to do stuff, but it's going to be a while. Busy day tomorrow for me. So that's part of the reason why I was rushing and trying to get done tonight. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome. We'll see you.